Hola, buenos dias. Good morning, my beautiful people. How are you all doing? Thank you so much for stopping by and checking out this video. It's your girl Daniela, aka Miss Ford Lizard, aka the Planning Diva. And today, on this beautiful Thursday morning, I'm going to be sharing with you a flip through and a plan with me in my current events happy planner. So if you are interested in checking it out, just keep on watching. So I am in my happy planner this beautiful morning, and it's early in the morning, and this is my happy place. Being out here in my backyard, planning in my happy planner is definitely my happy place. And I'm working today in my fun happy planner. I have two different happy planners. I used to just have one, and I had all of my planners Franklin planned into that one planner. But if you watched my July planner lineup setup video, you could tell that that thing was fat. It was pretty chunky, and then I decided to split it into two different planners, and I put 8 sections into one planner and 7 sections into this planner, or maybe this one has 8, I don't remember. But I split the planner sections. I have 15 different planners, and I split them into 2 different planners. And my first planner has more of the things that I use on the day-to-day, like my academic stuff, my fitness, my household, my budget. And this planner here has all of my more hobby, extracurricular type of interests. I have my reading journal in here, my Zen meditation journal in here, my journal in here, and I have the cover of the Pressed Florals Horizontal Happy Planner, which is absolutely gorgeous. This was the first planner I purchased this year because it was so gorgeous. Usually I try to wait until later on in the year so I could pick up some of the planners more on clearance, but I knew that I wanted to get this one, and I did not want it to sell out before I could get my hands on it, so I picked it up. And of course I have her on metal expander discs in the alternating colors of these hot pink and lavender, and I think it turned out so cute. And yeah, so let's get into my planner. I still haven't decorated my cover page. I'm waiting to find some time to do that. But let's flip to my current events section, which is where I'm going to be working today. So my current events section here, I have it separated from all the other sections in my planner with this piece of scrapbook paper, and I have the July currently page here and the July divider. And then I have the July monthly overview, which I don't use too much. I'm still figuring out how I want to use this monthly overview. But this is my first spread here of July. So actually this planner was kind of last minute and experimental. So I picked up this colorful leopard planner a few weeks ago, and I actually wanted it for next year. All of the planners that I picked up this year, I wanted for next year to replace the planners I'm currently using that end at the end of this year. But as the Happy Planner does, they release 18-month planners. So they start in July and then they go through to December of next year. And while I like that format, I like that they give us more than, 12 months. I do find that I feel like I'm wasting the pages if I don't use them. And so because I picked up this planner to replace one of my other planners when I finished that planner, I actually picked it up to replace my Japanese planner. So I use a lined vertical for my Japanese section where I practice my Japanese. And this Japanese section is from the Celebrate color block lined vertical, which has like this format with the color block at the top and then the lined vertical. This is perfect for language learning. So I got this colorful leopard planner to replace that color block celebrate lined vertical when it finishes in December, because this was one of the only lined verticals that they came out with this year, and I really liked the colorful leopard. So I was excited to pick this up. So I picked this up, but because I already have my Japanese planner till the end of December, I don't want to start this one until that one finishes for my Japanese. And so I had 6 months of planner pages that I could do something with, and I decided to use them, and that's why I have 15 sections, because I picked up all of my planners for next year, and then I had extra pages, 6 months worth of extra pages for all of those new planners I picked up. So that's why I went from like 10 planners, which I had before, to 15, because I picked up 5 new planners, and now I have these extra pages. Anyway, I decided to try to do something with those extra pages. I have a lot of creativity, a lot of creative energy that I like to use and burn. And so I thought it would be fun to do something with these extra pages. And I was thinking for a long time, like, what could I use this lined vertical for? I just couldn't figure out what I wanted to use it for. I mean, I already had 14 different planners at this point, each for like different aspects of my life and different interests in my life, and I just couldn't think of something else that I wanted to do. And then it dawned on me that I could use this as a current events planner. And I guess this is less of a planner as it is like a workbook or a memory keep, or something that I work in a little bit more retroactively as opposed to preemptively. I'm not planning out current events. Obviously, I am not predicting the future, but I do listen to the news every day, and sometimes I listen to the news for 30 to even an hour, because I do listen to it on my commute. And I just like journaling about whatever I am engaging with. It helps me like to remember it and to keep track of trends and such and things like that. And so this is my current events 101 class, basically, where I just listen to the news. I write down notes about things that I hear on the news that I find interesting. And I like just flipping through all of my journals at the years from now and seeing what was going on in my life and in the world at the time. So I'm gonna share with you my flip through from the past week and what I have going on this current week, and then we're gonna plan out or decorate the following week, which is the week of the 12th through the 18th in this month. Here, let me zoom in a bit. So this is my spread for last week, and as you can see, I don't write on every single day. It's just the days that I have the time to write something and I listen to the news and such. And yeah, I just write down things that I find really interesting. And let's see, what did I write down here? So on Monday, the USA pulling out of Afghanistan, Taliban occupying cities left in the USA vacuum. That is really worrying, the USA pulling out of Afghanistan without taking measures to protect those peoples and communities that helped us throughout that time. I'm sure everyone has heard by now, but the Surfside condominium collapse in Miami that left 10 dead on Tuesday and 150 missing. But by now, I think that number has risen up to like 36, I believe. And Congress repealing the Authorization of Military Force Act that was passed after 9/11. And also here in Southern California, the wildfire season is really kicking off, and it's really worrying because it's really early for wildfire season, and it's of course really hot and dry, as it always is during these hotter days. So that's kind of worrying. And of course, another big news item is that the Delta variant of COVID-19 is really continuing to spread and has become very dominant in many areas of the world. However, if you're vaccinated, it does prevent infections at a lesser degree than the Alpha variant, which is the one that we are most used to. But areas with low vaccine rates will likely see a surge in the fall. And there is no good data on how vaccine impacts the prevention of transmission. So if you have been following with vaccine science, you know that the vaccine there's no good evidence that the vaccine prevents transmission. It does prevent severe hospitalization. So this is actually kind of really interesting to me as a data scientist myself and as a scientist. When they say no good data on how vaccine impacts the prevention of transmission, like I kind of want to look up these studies and read the studies myself, because this is a very interesting way of talking about data. I'm not sure what they mean by that there's no good data. I'm sure they've collected data, and I'm sure they've collected a lot of data at this point. I'm wondering why it's not good, like why you can't why they're saying it's not good. Is it because their collection method there's something wrong with the collection method, or is there something, or are they just not seeing that it prevents transmission? In that way, in that case, they should say that they don't see it preventing transmission yet based on their current methods. Anyways, I'm a little bit concerned why there's no good data on how vaccine impacts the prevention of transmission. I don't think they're being fully transparent about what that means. So the Delta coronavirus variant is 60% more transmissible than the Alpha variant, which is the one that we are used to. And it was caused by a resurgence in Southeast Asia, so it originated in Southeast Asia. And then on Saturday, it came out that the Johnson & Johnson vaccine also protects against Delta variant. So before we only had information for Pfizer and Moderna, now we also have information for the Johnson & Johnson single-dose vaccine. And also Ethiopia and Eritrea, these are East African countries, are in civil strife with each other. I actually wasn't able to find out exactly why, so I just noted that. And one last thing that I wrote down here is the bipartisan national infrastructure bill, which is passed through Congress. I don't know exactly where it is right now, but it's this massive infrastructure bill, right? But there was some criticism for its lack of environmental measures, which I think means that they just didn't have a lot of environmentally friendly components to it. I'm not sure exactly why. It was kind of vague, and I didn't really hear too much about it after just hearing one little news segment on it. And as I said, it's currently the 8th of July, so we're on this side of the page now, but I have written a few things here for the first couple of days this week. And I think one of the more shocking things that I heard on the news was that the continent of Africa is only about 1% vaccinated. And so really, they just don't have the supply of vaccines that wealthier countries like the United States has. And so they're really at the mercy of rich countries to receive vaccines, which is really, really unfortunate. And also, the president of Haiti, Jovenel Moise, was assassinated. And I heard on the news this morning that the first lady was also injured as well. So yes, shocking times that we live in. So what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be decorating this spread for this week for my current events planner, and I'm going to be using 2 sticker books, the colorful boxes and the flowers sticker book. I really want to finish up the sticker book. I only have a few pages left for the sticker book, and so I really just want to finish this thing up. And yeah, so let's get into it. I'm gonna do this really quickly because for my current events planner, I don't know if you noticed, but I kind of decorate relatively minimally because I do like to leave a good amount of room for writing. And I also tend to like use a little bit more of a neutral style of stickers for this planner because there's so much like serious stuff going on like in the news that I tend to not kind of decorate very cutesy like I do with, you know, with like my social scrapbook, or even like my Japanese scrapbook or my Japanese workbook. I tend to just be a little bit more minimal with decoration and really have the emphasis be on the written word. So let's start decorating. I don't want to cover up this quote. Great things can happen when you have the courage to be yourself. I'm gonna grab some of this black and white striped washi and lay some of this down. And on top of that washi, I'm going to lay down some of this bow washi here. I really like layering washi. I feel like sometimes just putting down one washi is not enough. I think it needs like that extra layer. And I think I'm also gonna reach into my colorful boxes and pull for some of these boxes. So I'm gonna pull for this long silver box here. I'll grab another silver box here. Maybe one of these black bullet point lists. All I'm gonna do for this spread. I think it looks real cute, and again, I do want to leave a good amount of space for writing. I do like the box stickers so that it gives me like a little section to write in, but I think that's it for today. And I really like how it turned out. So we have that all decorated, and it's been a lot of fun using this as a current events planner, which kind of worries me because it means that I'm gonna want to continue to use this as a current events planner at the end of this year, and I'm just gonna end up having 15 planners like full time. I mean, I told myself I would be okay with 15 planners as long as I knew that in December I could go back to 10 planners, but now I'm just like, oh, for sure I can handle 15 planners, and it's a lot of fun to do it, so might as well do it. We'll see how I feel at the end of the year. This could be just a 6-month long endeavor. So that is it for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this plan with me and this flip through of my current events planner. And I will catch you in my next video. Bye.